quick release couplings are a very safe way to connect and disconnect hydraulic lines compared to ball valves, etc. In this episode, you will learn how to increase safety for humans, the environment, and the machine or application with the use of color-coded quick release couplings. A warm welcome to the STAUFF studio here in the Sauerland region in Germany. With me in the studio is Svenja Küch. Svenja is STAUFF Germany's product manager for quick release couplings. Hello, Svenja.
Thank you, Dominic. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Svenja, STAUFF has manufactured quick release coupling for a long time, also through the acquisition of Vosswinkel, and STAUFF is, with that, by far, STAUFF Germany's biggest manufacturers of quick release couplings.
Yeah, that's completely right. STAUFF is now the biggest German manufacturer of QRCs and with the completest product range for them.
Yeah. And with an experience of, I guess, more than 30 years already.
More than 30 years, yeah.
Yeah. So we've gotten an overview of the existing product range of STAUFF quick release couplings that we see here on the screen in a few seconds. And one thing that pops into my eye immediately is the unique surface of all these quick release couplings.
Yeah. That's completely right. The most of our QRCs are surfaced in zinc nickel, so that is the best solution, and of course it is the background of our STAUFF line idea. So that was a necessary reason why we decided to produce quick release couplings with a zinc nickel surface. Yeah.
Yeah, and when we talk about zinc nickel surface, then of course it is the STAUFF zinc nickel surface, because STAUFF introduced the STAUFF zinc nickel surface in the year 2007. If I calculate properly, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And has never stopped with the improvement of that surface, obviously. So the STAUFF zinc nickel surface we see nowadays has continuously improved over the years to the extent where we find it right now.
Yeah, that is completely right. So we developed together with the manufacturer of this surface for the QRCs, and it works really good. You have to think about that QRCs that they are dynamic, and that you have to find solutions for dynamic things which are sliding from the left to the right, or when you think about the screw to connect couplings, you threw things together and everything has to be fine and to work good for the wet corrosion.
Yeah, it's clear that you can't simply change the surface coating. That doesn't work with quick release coupling. Therefore, the tolerances are too tight, and as you say, the torques that we need for the assembly, also for assembly of the internal parts.
Yeah, completely right.
Yeah, very good. So as I said earlier, when you want to connect or disconnect a hydraulic line, you can do that, of course, without anything. Then you will have oil spill because there's oil in the lines. Then there is one solution with two ball valves and a hose line in the middle. So you still have an oil spill because there's oil in this hose line in the middle. Or you can take quick release couplings, where is then hardly any oil spill at all. So at least not measurable for one connection.
Yeah, you normally choose quick release couplings when you must disconnect the line more than once a week. Then quick release couplings are the best solution for disconnecting.
Yeah, and they're also a very safe way, obviously, because also safe for the environment because of the lack of oil spill that you've got, especially compared to the ball valve solution mentioned earlier. So, but there is still a risk, because when you have more than one line with identical quick release coupling and nominal sizes, then they look the same.
Yeah, that's right. When you imagine you have more than one line, let's say 5 lines, and all these 5 lines have the same diameter, the same size. So you choose one coupling because you have the same pressure, you have the same working flow, everything is the same. Then it doesn't make sense to take a bigger one because the costs are more expensive. And that is the reason why why STAUFF try to find a solution for that. But of course, customers first have their own solution. And I think that is something we should look into.
Exactly. Yeah. So this problem is known in the market, and that's why the OEMs or whatever try to find a solution for themselves. And we will have a look at some of the solutions, which all of them, and don't misunderstand me, are working to a certain extent. But we will show later on that the STAUFF solution, with regards to process safety, is a much better solution to that. Yeah, and before we start, I'd like to welcome Simon Bennett, who is currently in the UK, in Sheffield, there in the STAUFF studio. There he is. Simon Bennett is...
Hi, everybody.
Yes, hello, Simon. Simon is the Global Product Manager for Quick Release Coupling.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for asking me to join.
Yeah. All right. Simon, so we have got a couple of samples here of solutions which are used in the market, and I like to discuss these solutions with you and with Svenja. First is I call it cable ties solution. Yeah, as we can see here, we have a picture of a construction machine, I assume.
Yeah.
And when we zoom in, what can we see here?
So clearly, Svenja, I'll just start to try and explain from my side.
Yeah.
Clearly, some effort has been put in to identify the line, so there is a problem that we spoke about earlier. If I look at the picture, the green and green, one has fallen off already, and if I look further down, it looks like one is about to fall off. This can happen with things hitting them not fastened correctly. And also the fact that somebody has to have the correct number of cable ties, the correct colors, make sure they're going the right ones to the right ones is not always the easiest or the best solution.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the main problem, I think, when you're using cable ties to identify the different lines is that you have to find a proper place to fit these cable ties. And yeah, that is what Simon mentioned before. One of the cable ties, it seems so that it fall off. And so at this moment, it is a high risk that you can disconnect these lines, wrong.
Yes. So what you actually would have to have a process in place where this is constantly reviewed and say, is everything still in place?
Yeah.
Because they're an exposed position of the coupling. So yeah, if you just touch it anyhow, you can simply remove it by accident. Yeah. This can happen. Yeah, and whether they are resistant against sunlight, the ultraviolet lights, or oil resistant and all that, yeah, and not flammable. That is also a question mark that we see here, obviously.
That is what you never know when you use a normal cable tie.
Yeah, but as a quick fix, it's a working solution.
It is a working solution, and a lot of customers choose this as a solution.
All right, then let's jump to the second sample or example we have brought to you. I call it the sticky take sample, if you see here. So there, the color coding, Simon, has been made with the help of, it seems like electric tape, whatever.
It's absolutely electrical tape. And again, the problem with using electrical tape is making sure you get the right colors. One of the things, a true experience that we came across was that one of our customers had color coded, which was very encouraging to see that. But then when they went to clean the machine down, they used a pressure washer to clean all the debris and the dirt off the machine at the end of the day. And some of the electrical tape was actually washed away, meaning that they had to go through the whole exercise again the next day.
Yeah. And also when you when you glue something on a surface which is outside, where there's the sunlight, where there's rain and everything, so it's very likely that will fall off anyway.
It doesn't stick. It doesn't stick.
Yeah,
that's one of the things. It doesn't stick. The fact as well that there could be oil involved. There's been a mechanic that's been trying to do some maintenance. Then he tries to fix it. It's commendable that they're trying to identify the different lines. However, it doesn't always work. And the fact that we had a real example with the pressure washer, it brought it home a little bit that we needed to come together with a better solution, a more professional way of combating this problem.
Yeah, and we should also think of the labor which is involved. Yeah. So first of all, you have to have this electric tape during the assembly process, and then you have to apply that to the panel here as well as to the hose lines.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And them having enough choice of electrical tape as well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's very time consuming, and again, from the process point of view, it seems that the better solution should be a better solution in the market.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Then the last example we have brought is the colored dust caps. Let's call it like that, which we see here. Again, it's a picture we've taken, I think, somewhere at Bauma or whatever. Yeah. So it's a real life example here. So if you can magnify that, so we have a bit better view on the things. Here, the OEM or the operator tried to do color coding with the help of colored dust caps.
Yeah. Again, I think it should be commended because they've recognised the problem. However, with the dust caps, we've got here, you can see, if we look at the top picture, where we've got a sticker on the bulkhead, there's a grey colour that's on looks like the female side. Then we've got a green colour going into it. So there looks like, excuse me, a little bit of a mistake. The next one down the same. The next one down looks all right. And there's a real mix and match. Plus the fact that dust caps are not always the cheapest or the best solution to go ahead with this.
Exactly. Yeah, so you have to have, Svenja, I think, more dust caps than on stock of different colors, which you
Of course.
would not need.
Yeah, and that is necessary to have a huge stock that you can store all these dust caps in your stock, and they need a lot of space. And so it is a real usual thing which you can see in the market, but not the best solution, because we can see how you can fix this problem better.
Yeah, and I'd like to draw your attention here to the left side, where you can see the number 9, 10, and RB and Y for red, blue, and yellow, I assume. So that is with the help of a laser cut into the metal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a reason for the fact that they're doing this, because this will always be there. A sticker will fall off. Yeah, and next to the laser edge, they put a red sticker on a blue sticker on a yellow sticker, which you described perfectly, Simon, will fall off over the time, either with a pressure washer, with sunlight, the impact of sunlight or whatever. So that's something which we do not recognize as an optimal solution here.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's come back to what STAUFF solution
developed.
is, and we have a nice 3D rendering of the solution.
Yeah.
With the help of you, Svenja, as well.
Yeah.
STAUFF found. We see here in the background of Simon. Even there it is. So what did STAUFF do, Svenja?
So we were asked from some of our big customers, can you offer us a better solution for color marking? And we said, yes, let's think about. And what is the best idea to fix this color directly on the couplings? So the first idea was to paint them, but that is not a proper way to find this color marking. So we choose a ring made out of TPU, which is sunlight resistant and oil resistant, and we machined some grooves into our couplings. Mm-hmm. So that is the reason why, or that is a solution where the customer can assemble these new color marking rings made out of TPU directly at the assembly line at these couplings. And the customer can assemble them by hand or with really simple tools like a hook tool or something like that. Mm-hmm. When you think about these grooves, you think maybe, oh wow, is this a weak point of the coupling? But I can really clear here out that this is not a weak point of the coupling, because what we did, we handled this project like a completely new coupling. We said this coupling must be analyzed by an FEM's analysis, and of course directly after this analyze in our STAUFF test center in Germany. So
Yeah, we got a heat map here of
Yeah.
the finite element method analysis, which
Yeah.
you can see here, which clearly proves, and you can indicate it by the red rings here, that there is no weakening of the material
Yeah.
in calculation. But then when we performed the tests, yeah, which we
Yeah.
always do,
always.
this showed the same result, that there is no difference between the
Yeah.
not color mark coupling as well as the mark
Yeah.
coupling.
The idea behind is to compare these couplings without the groove for the color marking ring and with the groove, and to compare what is the weak point of the coupling. And the weak point is completely somewhere else. And so we put these grooves on uncritical places on the couplings. Of course, we tested them after that in our testing department, just to be sure that under real impact of pressure, these couplings are not failed.
Yeah.
And that was really good.
Yeah, and the rings are designed and the grooves as well in such a way that you can apply this ring with your bare hand.
With your bare hand.
Yeah, they will snap into position,
Yeah.
but once they're in, because they match the surface,
Yeah.
in a perfect way, it is nearly impossible to get them out with your own. No, it's impossible to get them out with your own hands. There
It's
you need
really
the tools,
hard.
but this is not the intention. Yeah, once they're snapped into position, they should remain there
Yeah.
forever, which
So
they
that
do.
they can't fall off because of an accident or something like that.
Yeah, but just in case you use the wrong color by accident,
Yeah.
then you take a simple tool, whatever, and then
You can remove
destroy
them.
one ring, and then you
Yeah.
put in the other one. All right, let's have a look at. We have a short clip of the
Yeah.
how they
How it work.
yeah how they are in operation
Yeah.
actually, which gives I think a good feeling for the audience. Yeah, let's have a look at the clip. Yeah, Simon, when you compare the STAUFF solution to the examples we've seen before, which solutions on the market, that it's no doubt that is a very professional solution, isn't it?
100%, and the market are really quite excited. In my experience at the moment, we're getting a lot of inquiries with regards to the color-coded ring. And most people are turning around and saying, hey, why wasn't this available before? Well, we're listening to the marketplace, we're reacting. One of the things that I was asked was how many different colors are there available. So maybe Sven, you could explain the colors that we have got available. And we've got a real inquiry where they want 11 lines to be identified, and how we got over that particular problem.
Yeah. So the STAUFF standard are 8 different colors, but we can offer for the most of the couplings a two-tone solution. So we cut these wings into 2 halves so that you can assemble 2 smaller wings on this coupling. But of course, special colors are also available on request.
Yeah. So if a customer likes any special color
11.
because of the company colors, whatever the motivation is,
Everything is
talk
available.
to us.
Yeah, everything is possible.
Yeah, so we can have them in 8 standard colors like they are, but then of course we can split the rings, so have two, and then we have, but we have 7 + 6 + on options to do so. So plenty of to identify enough lines, I would say. I would say so. So excellent. So let's wrap up what are important before we wrap up.
Okay.
If a customer wants to order that, so the customer orders the regular coupling, which comes without a coloring. Is that correct?
That's correct. The coupling you order is the same you order before. So there is no change of the description, no change of your ordering code. But then you can additionally order these marking wings, and you will receive them in bags including 20 pieces color marking wings. So you can choose which type of coupling you will fit with these color marking rings. You can decide which color you need, and that you can order additionally.
Yeah, and the cost for the rings are
really cheap.
Yeah,
Really
nothing
cheap.
compared
Yeah.
to a dust cap or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up what we have learned so far. So STAUFF offers a full range of quick release coupling. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Germany's biggest,
Biggest.
manufacturer of quick release couplings, and there are how many series available now with?
At the moment, 4 series are available. These are the main series for the agriculture and the construction machinery, so they
Yep.
normally should cover the most applications.
Four series are available with color coding, obviously,
Color coding.
out of all the series
Yeah.
that STAUFF has got. And there will be 2 new series launched in
This year,
in summer, I guess.
yeah, of course.
Which of course will have color coding as a
Yeah,
standard.
all new products or all new QRC which are developed at STAUFF will offer this color marking ring solution.
Yes. And of course, they will all have STAUFF's superior STAUFF nickel coating
Yeah,
as a surface to match all the other STAUFF line products in this respect.
exactly.
All right. And step by step, STAUFF will then also transfer the existing QRC products that have got without color codings to the color code system.
Yeah, we will exceed our product range in this type of using color marking rings.
Excellent. And I'd like to thank you, Svenja, for your contribution here.
Thank you.
And Simon, thank you very much. Regards
Thank you
to
for
the
inviting
colleagues.
me.
Regards to the colleagues in Sheffield. And
Well,
before I say goodbye, I'd like to give you the hint that this episode is one of 5 episodes of the STAUFF mini-series, which we call Improving Agricultural Safety. You can watch these other episodes when you click here below the video screen, you scroll down, then you see them listed. The other 4 streams are about noise reduction clamps, about STAUFF line, the STAUFF Form Evo tube forming system, and there is as well a compact episode, everything you need to know in brief if you're in a hurry and just want to watch in a very brief format everything everything you need to know. All right, having said that, goodbye from the STAUFF studio.